we go. Good thing I'm not on a green screen camera. Welcome, everyone. It's Sunday Night Ragchew with Frank and Michael and
Howdy.
Paul. All right, disclaimer, though. Jason at the small YouTube channel Ham Radio 2.0 stole my thunder. He was supposed to interview the author of that book series, which I actually got the first two and started reading. But he ended up having issues and couldn't, so they talked about Field Day.
I think I've heard of that YouTube channel. He has, 167,000 or something. Yeah, just a small channel.
Or it's 167, something like that. I can't remember.
Yeah, something like that.
Well, welcome everyone, and welcoming Frank again and Michael again. We're going to discuss a little Field Day action tonight. It's this coming weekend. And I've got all my Field Day garb because I love green. So I got the hat and shirt this year. You know what's cool? They gave me, I don't see my sticker. My sticker's gone. Someone took my sticker. They gave me the pin and a sticker for free.
Oh, nice.
So, yeah, you got to like it. So anyway, welcome Dee, welcome Cliff, and good to see you guys at the DFW Ham Expo yesterday and Friday. Well, yesterday I saw you. I was there Friday as well, but check this out. This will be part of my building my Man Pack series. This is what I got. Instead of using my laptop for all my POTA and stuff, I was able to pick up this Surface, Microsoft Surface with the keyboard.
Not bad.
With the pen, everything, $225. I couldn't pass it up. Michael, did you get anything at the Ham Expo?
I got a lot of curry.
That's right.
I actually didn't buy anything. It was amazing.
The Indian restaurant.
I almost bought those connectors, and they were featured in my video. And when I went back to go get them, he was already gone. So he had already sold out.
And your channel right now, Michael.
And Michael, yeah, he did post his video. He did a great video on it, on the Ham Expo. He was there at 6:30, about 5 hours earlier than me, and he did a good video on it, guys. Check out his DFW Ham Expo video on getting out in life.
And so my video is more for non-hams because that's a lot of my audience is a lot of the people that are not familiar with the hobby. So, of course, I walked around this mall, which was one of my favorite malls that we were set up at. And when I was in high school, it was one of the busiest malls out there. And it's pretty much a dead mall now. There was one store full of motorcycles for a motorcycle safety course. And there was a World War II museum where you had to call the guy to get a free tour there. So give you a private tour. So that's all in the video if you want to check it out.
Oh, yeah, I got some clips and things to make my guy ropes for my mast better. The metal clips and the loops and everything so they don't wear out. They can just hook them on. So Arrow Adjuster got some of those as well, I think. And Cliff got antenna mast and some connectors. Good. It was good to see you, Cliff. It was a couple-hour drive. Oh, yeah.
Did I call you Paul? If I did, I apologize. The P was sticking in my mind from your call sign, so I do apologize. So,
yeah, don't let your wife watch the stream, Cliff.
So, guys, I will apologize right now. I'm probably going to actually be muted quite a bit. I will be here, but I'm going to be muted because, as Paul and Michael both know, I'm not nearby, but there's a wildfire about 6.1 air miles from my QTH. And while it's going the opposite way, I've been listening in all afternoon, making sure things stay proper. So I'll be here, but I'll be half distracted.
Show the image, Frank.
Oh, yeah. Okay, let me, no, hold on. I have to do it this way. Unsolo me.
Oh, you got to share. Okay. All right.
Yeah. I have to pull the right one.
I'm keeping Dee's comment up here because we'll get into field day here in a sec.
All right, now that should go. Let me.
Oh, here, let me get rid of it a second here.
So I'm going to go back like I did before the 3 hours. This is what was happening on the camera closest to it. And mind you, this has been going for just over 5 hours now. I think closer to 6 now, actually, thinking about the time. It started somewhere about 1:30 or so Pacific time, and it's now 7:07 Pacific time. So, yeah, just over 6 hours. So,
Crazy.
not a lot of fun there.
How many fire departments are involved in that?
We have our state fire resources, our county fire resources, and county fire includes City of Healdsburg, City of Santa Rosa, Petaluma, Roanoke Park. So four cities. Then we have the county stations, and there's at least 6 of those within the area, as well as additional resources from within the county, coming countywide. And then on the state level, which you guys know as CAL FIRE, I know it as CDF, we have the Lake Napa unit, which we've pulled from 8 different stations from CDF at this point in our unit alone. And we've pulled from at least 2 other stations from the Marin unit, which is south of us, and the Mendocino unit, which is north of us. So there's upwards of 500 to 600 people on the front line of this right now. And the last update I had was, let me see if I can find it here. At 6:25 Pacific, so about an hour ago, it was 300 acres and hard to get fixed wing in to get a good look under the smoke. We still have 5 tankers and 4 helicopters continuing to work, including 2 Chinooks.
Wow.
So, Frank, you touched on a town that affects me. I have family in Santa Rosa.
Well, they're getting all the smoke from this.
Okay.
Yeah,
So
it's no good, man.
They're good. It's up just so you know the area. It's up northwest of Healdsburg at the edge of the Dry Creek Valley between Lake Sonoma and Healdsburg.
Okay.
So actually,
But there's no evacuation orders for the Santa Rosa area, correct?
No, not at all.
Okay.
So what I'm going to do is I'm sorry, I don't mean to hog the show, Paul. I know you had
You're all right, Frank.
very specific topic.
No,
and it's going to tie into field day here in a bit. So this past, did we lose the feed there? What happened? Okay.
No, solo.
No, he's
so
he's bringing up a map. Okay.
So this big circle up here at the top center of the screen, that's the air boss circling the fire. This is Santa Rosa right here where my mouse is hitting. And then the rest of this is the San Francisco Bay. You can see SFO and Oakland International on either side of the bay there. Right. So it's definitely, if I come in,
and we're sure that's not 3 drunk pilots, right?
Oh no, we're sure because it's been multiple planes in and out. So here's Santa Rosa, Michael. So it's up that far away. The only thing relatives in Santa Rosa will get is smoke.
Okay. Well, thank you.
It's crazy
because we haven't heard anything from them, and this is important. I'm sure amateur radio is playing a part in this as well. I'm sure there's amateur radio operators working the fire from their skill set as well as the firefighters working from their skill sets.
The only one that I know of locally is myself, and I'm 600 miles away currently. So I'm listening into the local comms on the 2-meter machine up there and the UHF, and there's nothing going on ham side. It's because it's a state dispatched fire. It's all under CDF.
Okay. It's good to know that. Just recently in Paul can attest this, we had tornadoes. Some pretty bad tornadoes this past month, and we also had straight line winds in excess of 95 miles an hour.
Oh,
We've had our own situations happening here, and
storm season
played a huge part of that. So,
absolutely.
so
yeah, even for our cleanup, we did. I mean, there's been a variety of cleanups. We did a cleanup of a little over 900 people, and the Denton group, not the Denton Club, my church group, the guys in Denton, took their mobile setups and set up outside a football stadium where all of the volunteers parked, and we bussed people in, and each group had a radio operator. They put an antenna up on a paint pole or something, and we're running simplex and using radios. And so we could call buses in, and if anything happened, we could call in. It was great.
Right.
Absolutely.
And even with the DRC, which is the Disaster Resource Center, we had hams there. We really weren't working comms at that time. We were doing a lot of more, carrying boxes of food to families. And so amateur radio plays a huge part. Paul and I happen to be in the same county, Denton County, and we're very fortunate to have the emergency management team that we have that really reach out and utilize us, and other volunteer groups such as CERT and the Medical Reserve Corps. They're very active in this county. But I know we're digressing from a bit from the subject tonight, but we're going to tie into that with Field Day, because Field Day is not only a fun thing to do, but it is also a way we can exercise and hone our skills when it comes to communications in the AMCOM situation. So, but I know you're dealing with wildfires right now, and we'll definitely have our thoughts with you and my family up in Santa Rosa.
Absolutely.
Keep us abreast of what's going on with that. But that's a lot what we do as hams. We like to have fun. A lot of hams enjoy contesting, such as Field Day is going to be, and we'll discuss that a little bit.
So I'm still here, even though I have my BRB up. But if
Okay.
you guys hear any radio traffic in the background, that's what, if you guys hear it on the stream or whatnot, that's where that's coming from. Is I'm listening to the radios remotely to grab any information I have.
And I suggest that hot air balloon behind you not go over the wildfires.
Probably not smart.
I think he'll be fine.
Okay.
All right. Sorry, Cliff. Guys, I'm streaming on 3 things, and I was under Twitch, but let me translate what I typed there. Stop making permanent misspelled admissions of purchases, Cliff. Your wife may be watching this someday. But yeah, those connectors were great.
That's a good genius thing.
Michael shows it in his video, so you can get that guy's information. And basically, it's an Anderson power pole with like a clip connector on the other side. So if you have a power cable that doesn't have Anderson on it, and you're out in the field, you can just clip 2 bare wires, and then you've converted it to Anderson. Man, it was great. I bought 2 of them. It's a good
those Wago
idea.
Connectors.
Yeah,
they're great.
That's what my friend Gerald called them.
And they actually were very popular at Dayton.
Amazing, yeah.
And this guy's got it set up for power poles, and he's got it set up for solar as well. He's going to start for solar.
He's going to do the solar.
All
right.
Let me.
So,
but watch my video. It's on my channel. You'll see them on there.
Well, real quick, if you don't mind.
Go ahead.
No, Michael. If you don't copyright strike me for this one.
Dude, share away.
Okay.
Well, he's one of the admins. I don't know why they would have a problem with it.
This is exactly what Michael's talking about right here, is these connectors.
What? Now D says he gives them away? Come on, man. And that's the solar ones he's working on. I'll have to get a couple of those.
Or stick the wire in, and it makes sense to have something, whether it's this guy making it, which I think is genius that he's marketing. Whether it's that or make them yourself. But if you're out in the field and all you have is your pocket knife, You just whip out your pocket knife,
Yeah.
or use your teeth, whatever you need to get your wires stripped and get it going and to reattach it. I mean,
Yeah.
it's something I didn't think about. It's something that would be great if you're out in the field and you're in a pickle.
Oh wow, that is hilarious. I need to fix
What's
something
that?
on my end. So
Oh,
Paul,
okay.
watch my display for my
All
subs for
right.
a second.
Yeah.
So your logo perfectly covered that up.
Oh, wow. I don't
turned
I
it
don't
on,
think
I
there's a
pushed
way to
back.
move the logo, is there? Because I
No,
can't find it if there is.
I don't think there is.
Yeah.
That's one
Wow.
of the things that
That is a jump, sir.
Nice.
Oh, my subs?
Yeah.
Yeah, so from last week to this week, every Saturday night, and then Paul, I promise we'll go to ARRL on Field Day because I already dropped the link and more. Every Saturday night, Josh over at Ham Radio Crash Course has his live stream and then an after chat. And during the after chat, as long as it's not too late for you Central guys, all of the YouTubers get to hop on and say what they're doing and whatnot. And you can promote your channel that way. And usually, here and there I get 3-4 new subs out of it. I got 23 new subs last night alone, because I have a goal, and I'm going to mention this and then I'll leave it alone. This number needs to reach 500 by June 30th. And if that happens, Quirky QRP James and I are doing a giveaway of some of his stuff. So
Nice.
There you go. Free stuff. Guys, subscribe if you haven't already.
And I'll drop
Okay.
my link.
I don't have any
don't
free stuff to give
have-
away unless you want a Coke or something.
All right. I guess I don't have something. I was looking for something. I wanted to see what would happen if I clicked I have a green screen. Be just a floating head.
Pretty much.
All right, guys. Well, let's get to it.
I'm going to
This
drop the
is
ARRL Field link again.
okay. I want to shrink myself a little bit here, and I'm going to pull up the websites I've got. And I was asking for anybody that wanted to join us in the Ragchew tonight on Field Day, but no one else bit. So
So can we get Paul to solo there?
we'll just
Yeah.
we'll just go to this real quick on the website. So let's go over what Field Day is, and we're going to talk about a couple features from the website to help you get connected with or find a Field Day location if you're new to it or not in a club and you don't really know what's going on. So they've got a link on their website. Sorry, right here. It says, "What is Field Day?" Printable PDF flyer. And so basically, I'm just going to read the first part here. It's the single most popular on-the-air event held annually in the U.S. and Canada on the fourth weekend of June each year. Thousands of radio amateurs gather with their clubs, groups, or simply with friends to operate from remote locations. Field Day is a picnic, a camp out, practice for emergencies, an informal contest, and most of all, fun. So feel free to go to the website, read more about that, but that's basically what Field Day is. In my experience, most of the time we go to a location and gather together as a club, and I've enjoyed it for that aspect of it. If you look in one of my early, probably it might have been my first post when I wasn't even thinking about really doing anything on YouTube. And I did a time lapse of my first Field Day in 2014 in the Colony, Texas. So maybe check that out. I think it's still up. But that's what Field Day is for ARRL and the definition side of it. But let's go back to what you guys think Field Day is, and also in the chat, if you guys have just a couple lines of how would you define Field Day? What is Field Day to you, for those of you who are involved or who've experienced it? And if there's anyone in here that has no clue, then post a question. Frank, what is Field Day to you?
Field day to me is getting out, testing your portable setup, and having fun with it for as long as you can, making sure it's all working and all organized. Basically, POTA only under extreme conditions. I mean, you
And
can do
POTA,
POTA too during field day. That's not a problem. You know, if your club wants to go out, do a POTA park, and operate field day there, you get credit on POTA for that too. So, but
and
that's
now, Frank,
what
now you have to explain what POTA is for people that may not know.
you know. I think the 12 people watching know exactly what POTA is. But just in
I know. I'm
case,
sure that
just in
I'm
case,
sure everybody on here knows what POTA is.
POTA is parks on the air where you take your radio and battery field, you know, field gear out into the field into specific parks and get set up and try and make at least 10 contacts for a successful operation. It is similar to other programs like that, but absolutely fantastic. And Cliff, we
Yeah.
all
See,
know you know what POTA
Cliff
is.
doesn't know what POTA
No,
is. No,
Cliff
he's
knows.
asking, so he doesn't know.
Parks on the air.
With that setup he has, he knows what POTA is.
Yeah.
I
The rest.
guarantee.
So we got D in here. He's saying that it's the best opportunity for larger live skill testing groups. That's a great idea. Yeah, it's really what a lot of groups do, if not most,
Because
is testing skills.
and also unlike with POTA where you can just finish it and go home at the end of the day, with field day, you're out there for what, 48 hours. Well, you can be out there for like 48 hours or
Yeah, up
whatever,
to 48
however long it
hours.
is. And you got to know how to do basic cooking, cleaning, all the basic life skills too. And it teaches you how to do it remotely. And I'm a firm believer, and I'm going to upset some people with this one. I'm a firm believer of roughing it, and that does not mean living in your RV. I'm
Dang
sorry,
it.
that is just no.
That's my eventual plan, is to have some kind of camper trailer. I'm so sick of camping in tents in Texas.
The most luxurious I will do for roughing it. I don't do tent camping. That's my back will just not take that. Like most of us, car camping or cramping. That is what I do.
Cramping.
I like that.
Oh, it's a combination of car and camping. Cramping.
There you go.
So
I like
do
it.
car camping, and that's how I get out and I get off grid. And if I were to do field day with a club, no RV for me. No. Car camping.
Yeah.
Let's look at Cliff's as another good one. Emergency comms practice, which is kind of more my mindset, is more that, and the fellowship and food is the reasons I like it. That's been the best part, and probably what got me sucked into the local clubs more than anything was field day and just kind of the camaraderie, the brotherhood, sisterhood, food, and in our K5LRK club in the colony, man, we got a chef.
Dell is awesome.
Dale, you're amazing. If you ever watch this, some of the best food I remember in the past. I think it was it Lynn?
No,
it had the big smoker.
Jim Lavin.
That's right. Sorry, Jim Lavin. Yes, and I saw him at.
What's the best brisket? Jim Lavin's awesome. I haven't had one yet, but Lynn also does brisket and does well with it, from what I've heard. So, Lynn,
Jim. Shout out to Jim. Jim Lavin, that was amazing barbecue when you did it with that. He's like a contester when it comes to barbecue and stuff, right. And amazing. Hey, welcome, Wes. Good to see you, buddy. Let's see. POTA. Opportunity to find out the DigiRig doesn't work on the FD9 by itself, but hey, just I've switched to DigiRig. I was using the Rig Blaster plug and play for a long time, but now it's not working for me. So it's going to be part of my man pack setup when I get that Armorlock stuff shipped to me soon. I posted a link here. That's the link in the chat, and that goes back. You can look at it later. That's my time lapse. It's about 2.5 minute time lapse of my first field day with the K5LRK Club.
And I will mention this real quick
Remember
because I'm
that
sure
senior
Paul.
center?
I'll mention this real quick because I'm sure Paul would appreciate this. If you guys don't want to, if you have a question or want to say something about field day and you don't want to try and type a long thing into chat, if you're in Paul's Discord, feel free to hop into the live stream voice channel, and I have the audio, if I have it set right, to pipe into the live stream here.
Thank you. That's great. Nice. Good games. Just got the new Digirig for the 891. Yeah, I got it, and then I got the cables for the G90 and the 891 both. At least, okay, cool. Let's see. So, guys, we asked earlier at some point if you want to put in the chat what is field day to you. So we've got a couple already comments. I want to go to the next resource that I think is really helpful. And that is when you come down here a little bit further after the field day PDF and see this says, we welcome the public to come and learn more about ham radio. Use our field day locator. And you can find us a site near you as long as the club has registered. I've got that pulled up right here. So as you can see, all these pins is all the places that you can find. So this is anywhere, guys. So let's just go down in here close to us. Actually, you know what? I know what's close to us. I want to see. Of course, it's going to be slow.
Paul, note that
near me, maybe.
Yeah, I want to see what's close to Frank. And I don't know exactly where I need to go here, Frank. So
here I can.
If I go between LA and San Diego, is that right?
No, wrong side
No.
of the state. Wrong side.
Or is that Greg? I'm getting confused
Greg.
here. Okay.
Here, let me.
Can you pull it up?
Yep, I'm working on it.
Okay, so I'll come back over to Texas, and while you work on that. So here's Texas, North Texas here.
And I just want to say caveat for Denton County, just about every club in Denton County that has set up a field day site, we've had flooding, and every one of us have been moved to another site. So
yeah.
I'm cheating with this one.
There we go.
I have it full screen. This is the closest field day site, which is my local club, which I'm not a member of, and I'm surprised they're doing it there. One of my clubs that I'm actually a part of is W6VVR. Let me actually see if I can. Yes, I can. Okay. And we're having that out at Brannon Island State Rec area, which, guess what? It's a POTA park.
Oh, nice.
So we get that doubled up. And
that's
then,
good.
No, not that one. This one? Yep, here we go. The other club that I'm a part of is SNARS, Sierra Nevada Amateur Radio Society. And we're having that at Washoe Lake State Park, which I do believe is a POTA location as well. You think we like our POTA locations out here in the West? So if I look at the whole state, or
what was Santa
most of
Rosa
it,
again? I'll that one pop up.
so there's most of northern and central California. And then if I come down here into Southern California, pretty decent around the LA basin area and a little bit in San Diego. But you can see it's mostly, except for these two up here by Mammoth Lakes and the couple out here along the coast, they're in metro areas only. Now, for us, we have this whole area up here in the Shasta Trinity National Forest. Basically, everything north of this last dot right here, this one right here, everything north of that, there are no field days. Granted, it's not very populous either, and it's great for testing, your remote setups. There's
Mount Shasta.
Yeah, there's 5 field day locations north of that one dot. That should tell you exactly how not well it's promoted out here.
Yeah. Well, I see the only one here promoted. Looks like neither Louisville or Colony promoted theirs. But we got Dakara Club here, W5NGU.
Where did they
and
say?
It's showing I don't know what it's showing. Where is this? Lake Dallas?
Yeah, it's moved.
Yeah, I have a feeling that's moved.
That park is underwater right now. Laura, which is the Louisville Amateur Radio Association, theirs is underwater as well.
And I think if this is Cliff, here's the one Cliff may be talking about. He can correct me if I'm wrong, over here in Paris. But you guys get the idea, right? Everybody on here probably knows. But for future reference, for those who may not know radio and field day, you go on the map and click whatever's closest. And I'm sure most of these clubs would welcome you. And if they don't, let us know and we'll send a strongly worded letter.
Oh, more than a strongly worded letter.
Check out what the club's primary repeaters are, because I guarantee on field day, if you want to visit that particular club on field day, we'll talk you into the location. We'll bring you in. So it's 147.38 for Lark, 146.9T for Denton County. Laura's going to be 145.17. So just go on their websites, find out what the repeaters are, and I'm sure it's going to be somebody monitoring them there.
Yeah, D, I'll be out here at Bridgeport just Saturday during the day. I'm not staying the night, so I'll be out at Bridgeport. I may tow my Jeep out. I don't trust it to drive a little over an hour or so drive, so I may tow it just to do some of the off-road trails. Since my bearings and stuff need replaced anyway, it's not going to hurt if I break something, right? It's already broken.
Yeah,
so
something.
But I was looking at U-Hauls, and I may rent a car tower and tow it out just to bring it out and maybe have some fun with it.
At least you guys have decent clubs that will talk you in to the club day location, except for the two clubs that I'm part of, because we're actually awesome. Everything else is, oh, you want to come to field day? Oh, well, you got to follow the directions on the map, and if you can't follow those, don't bother coming.
Yeah, Cliff, maybe it's not updating, Cliff, or something, because I'm surprised Lark and Louisville wouldn't have theirs. Cliff says it's the WB5RRV club. Well, is it just a different call sign? W5W? Because this is the Red River Valley Club. So anyway, if you're around Paris, anywhere in this area, Paris, you can go out there and meet the winner of the Go Kit Challenge for, wait, which one did he win?
Portable station or something like that, Cliff.
Portable, Cliff?
On you, Paul, on my video. I don't know why I did that.
What's the matter?
Where is Paris in Texas?
What's that?
I said, remind me, where is Paris in Texas?
Paris is northeast Texas. It's in Lamar County, which is almost near the Oklahoma border.
So if you look at it now, it's the one right here. So here's the DFW area.
And then you have
northeast of DFW.
Right. Yeah.
So
if you go
northeast.
Cook, and then you have Grayson, and then you have Lamar.
Oh, there we go. Okay.
Or Fannin and Lamar, I'm sorry.
This is the Bridgeport area. Jason was talking about on his show. Great off-roading out there. So I'll be out there. And yeah, it's everywhere. I'm gonna have to look and see if anyone's around up where my son is, see what's close to him, see if he'll go out there. But anyway,
that's a W5W for Cliff is a special station.
Oh, okay. Yeah, because it does say the Red River Club, so it's the same club. But anyway, cool. I'm probably going to bring my 891 and ATAS. I'll connect it on. I'll replace my VHF radio with HF antenna and my 891, and maybe try to operate from the truck. And because it's not permanently installed yet, but Let me go back and see if we've missed anything. There was something. Oh, what was D? I know D was saying he was being asked by a few clubs to come out.
He asked them if you're going to the off-road park with Jason, Frank, Mike, and the team.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I'll meet them out. I'm not staying the night, like I said, just out during the day. And Cliff's doing the 7300. I saw a lot of 7300s for sale at the Ham Expo.
I did too.
Well, at least you won't see any scratch and dent 7300s out there.
It's a nice radio. I just have no need for another radio right now. If I got one that size, I'd probably get a 991 anyway. But
there was a lot of HF radios for sale, a lot more than usual this year.
Yeah.
Oh, Cliff wanted to 50 megahertz and up.
Oh, that's right.
That's right. But you know, he was capable of HF as well.
Yeah, he had everything on there.
Yeah, he had his whole ham shack set up on there, and I talked to him at the Ham Expo this weekend, and he's got more modifications coming. So,
yeah, it's going to be good. So, let's see. Anything else?
Well, my opinion on field day.
Oh yeah, I didn't go to Michael. Michael,
yeah, you totally
talk to me.
you know, I have a lot to say about field day.
Well, we went out on a tangent, but that's what ragchewing is, man. We can't go in some kind of order.
Tangent in the very beginning too. So, field day for me. Okay, what's my tagline, Paul and Frank? What's my tagline on all my videos?
I don't know what I'm doing, but I'm having fun doing it.
Absolutely.
So for now, I'll let you finish the rest.
But for now, y'all take care and be safe. And then I say bye. But there's a lot of truth to that in field day. What's fun about field day is, you know, you can have your own private field day where you go off in the wilderness yourself and eat tree bark for the weekend, or you can go out with a group. For me, I'm a group person. I'm very involved in our Aries group, as Paul is as well. And I don't know what I'm doing, but I'm having fun doing it. And what's so neat about field day is to be able to be with a group of people, and you're basically setting up an immersive communications center wherever you are for whatever reason. And then you're having a lot of food. Yes, I think as your license class increases, you can tell I am an extra class. But you get a lot of food and a lot of fellowship at these places. Being part of so heavily involved in Aries, I actually will visit several field day sites some years. And I hate to say this. It's probably been 5, 6, 7 years since I actually got to operate a radio on field day. Honest truth. But
well,
I'm able.
This is your year.
I'm sorry.
You know what? This is your year.
It happened. But every field day site and I'll sometimes some years I'll visit 3, 4, 5 field day sites as part of my rounds, and you just can't get in sometimes when you're doing the visits, and then everything kind of goes dead throughout the night when you're doing the overnight part of it. But
one thing I will say is, if you're part of a club that's doing field day, please make sure you have a safety manager.
Yeah,
absolutely.
You get points.
Absolutely. I'm sorry for pointing, but
no, point away.
Target,
you got to do the K at MRD. You got to do it right in the.
Right.
There's my camera right there.
Yeah, there you go.
Absolutely. And one of the things that in Texas, we have heat. Y'all enjoy the cool summers up in Northern California. Texas, we have heat.
Cool.
And each person is, you need a safety manager, and that safety manager needs to make sure people are drinking. I will hand people here a bottle of water, drink. I want you to drink this bottle of water. And then they'll say, I'm fine. I'm like, I'm pulling you off detail until you drink this bottle of water. I'm a bully when it comes to being safety management, because it's that important. And the other thing is if you're working with crews and you think somebody's kind of sweating a little bit, they're a little intense on their operation, what they're doing, you have every right to pull them off.
Oh,
in our
absolutely.
construction areas, if somebody says that the chief of the areas group needs to take a break, that chief needs to take a break.
Yeah.
There's no question. There's no like, you're not leadership. It's none of that. That is the one thing you can usurp anybody in any areas position. You need to go to rehab. You need to take a break. And I think that the same goes for any field day site. If anybody is too proud to take a break, they need to take a break.
And not just for health reasons too, for literal safety reasons. You know, the safety manager, watch where you're putting the antennas up, watch where the coax is run, watch where the grounding is done, make sure the generators are well ventilated. You know, there's more than just what Michael said, but Michael's stuff is very, especially in the hotter places. Yes, Michael's stuff is very, very important. Absolutely.
Yeah, we have volunteers that work rehab for firefighters, and
Right.
firefighters, they're the rescue people. They're the trained ones, but we've been told, as I see that video in the background, it's bringing back memories, Paul. We've had those people that are volunteers have the right to say, "Hey, medic, I need to come over and take a look at this firefighter." Doesn't matter if the firefighter said, "I am fine, you're overreacting." No, I need you to take a look at this firefighter, because rehab is so important in the firefighting field. It needs to be important, and the volunteer field as well, because you may not know that there's anything wrong. You don't see yourself as other people are seeing you. So it's important that there's a story on that antenna they're erecting. It is important that that you respond to what others see in you. So if you're at a field day site, don't let the pride get into you. If somebody says, "Hey, you need a break. You need to have some AC time, or some water, or some Gatorade, or something like that," take that break, because they're seeing something you're not.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, I was going to say too, I forgot Frank earlier. He said that I guess the Discord sound isn't coming through.
Someone.
I think Dee was trying to say something. It was about 10, 15 minutes ago, though. I forgot, because I don't have Discord up.
I haven't seen anyone pop in.
I apologize.
Cliff, congratulations. He's his county areas coordinator. That's awesome. And Dee, yeah, that's Dee. This comment right here, this is why I actually like winter field day better.
That's the only advice I have for you as a county areas. Somebody tells you need to take a break, you need to take a break.
So
welcome, Ryan, K5TAR.
Not Paul. Michael, you were talking about the weather and how we got it cool up here, right?
Well, except I don't think wildfires count.
No, let me just put your fears to mind here.
Okay.
Saturday we have a high of 104, and Sunday we have a high of 96.
Why is that? Because it's
summer.
Okay, in Sonoma County, my family lives in Santa Rosa. In Santa Rosa, it'll be 65, 70, and it'll be 80, 85. And Sonoma, Sonoma, the same county.
We have a bunch of microclimates. So if I were to go look up Santa Rosa here, which is actually where the county field day is going to be. Let's see here. Saturday is going to be 91, and Sunday is going to be 83.
Oh, that's nice. That's nice and cool.
83 is nice.
That's still way too hot. Anything? Okay, me personally, anything above 70 is too hot. Period.
I'm just jabbing you a little bit on that.
Mine's not even the heat. I can't stand humidity. I just can't stand it.
Well, and we're getting humidity here in Texas because we're having such flooding. All of our lakes are like multiple feet over right now. And this is coming out of 2 to 3 years of drought.
Oh, same here.
Yeah, I'll take as much rain as they give me. I don't care. I love rain.
I enjoy the rain, but I don't enjoy the flooding.
Yeah.
I like balance. Yeah, our summers here will get up to 108 some summers.
Yeah.
But then again, we had February 2021, we had a freeze. We're in the colony where I'm at, and some of the people that are in this chat, I see 2 or 3 of them from the colony, and we were at -8. And everybody's like, why are y'all not prepared for -8? Because we're used to 108.
Right.
just quite the opposite, So, but
And
yeah,
I would take I would take the -8 over 108 any day.
Say
So,
again, Paul?
hey, D, if you want to come in on the live stream audio, go into the voice channel on the Ragchew Crew Discord and drop in there, and I'm paying attention to it over here on the other side. If I see you drop in and you try and say something, I'll make sure your audio comes in.
Yeah, I think he tried. I wonder if he should go to your channel. Maybe there's something with the Discord.
No, because I was I'm set for yours right now, so I'd have to switch things around to get mine. So,
I got you.
Cliff,
Yeah, Cliff, I get it. It's yeah, I get it. Rain. Actually, when I went back to Seattle to collect some of my things and clear out my storage, I realized after being in Texas a couple of years, it was drizzly raining the entire time. I realized that, wow, this does kind of suck to have rain all the time, but I didn't really think about it when I lived there. Anyway, D's on. Go ahead, D.
Yeah, go ahead, D.
Give him a second.
Oh, go for it, D. I forgot I have to key up on Discord.
You got to tell him, and yeah.
Hey, how y'all doing?
Paul, can you hear that audio okay?
Oh, you have to key something up?
Yeah.
Okay.
Is it working now?
Yeah.
Sounds like it's working. Okay.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna hear a delay because the audio is not piping through.
Yeah.
10-second delay on YouTube. I can see that from my laptop over here. Am I right?
So,
that's all
Paul,
right, D.
if you want to talk to D, you're going to
I was
need
going
to
to
key
ask
up.
earlier because you're talking about the field days. Are all of them generally emergency?
Did we lose him?
Emergency what? Just emergency communication or emergency preparedness or what?
Like the emergency preparedness. I've only been a ham for 2 years, so I'm still a little bit learning of what's going on.
Basically, like I said in the beginning there, it's POTA on steroids. You go out for 48 hours with your club or a bunch of people. It's usually club sponsored, but you can just go out with a group of guys and pull, a whole bunch of contacts. You call CQ Field Day. Instead of CQ POTA, you call CQ Field Day, and you get out there and you make contacts. You set stuff up. You get things running. You make the contacts. You have fun. You plan. You get your stuff set up. You have stuff planned out, and you go from there. Paul, if you want to key up in Discord and tell D your opinions.
Yeah, no, it's the same.
Yeah, you're good.
Is that going to come in double? Did you, or am I muted?
No, you're good.
All right.
Maybe he's not coming through.
Yeah, well, now he muted himself on StreamYard, which means he's not going to come through, period.
Oh, okay. I didn't want to double mic it here. So
no doubling at all. I have that.
All right. All right. Thanks, Frank. Yeah, D, it's I think a lot of people, I want to say most people probably don't think of it as emergency. I think it just more of a, get out and use the radios kind of an attitude. But I think it just it depends on the person's mindset. I think I have a preparedness emergency type of a mindset. So that's kind of what I look at it in that sense. I look at it as a good way to plan and prepare and test equipment. But when I'm there, I'm not really thinking emergencies. I'm just thinking of, having fun and talking and getting on the radio.
I can reply, but I'll need a relay since I'm on the Discord.
Well, I can do that pretty easily. Go for it.
Okay. My thoughts are no, it is not set up for an emergency, but in essence, everything you're doing, it can be used in an emergency. I mean, obviously, you're not going through a lot of the emergency management ICS 213, 214, and 205s and all that. But for field day, for me, it's just to have fun, to have fellowship, and see what people can do. We have some clubs that like to have these huge installations set up, these huge towers with huge tri-band Yagis. And then some clubs that used to do that, like the Lark Club. Let me bring up the Lark Club in the colony. The Lark Club used to do something, and it was like we were dying in the heat, setting up these towers, multiple towers, all with huge Yagis, and just trying to get as much distance as we could. But we learned that it's more fun to have something you can set up in 30 minutes and go. And in fact, that tower that Paul is pointing there, we spent a lot of work on that tower, and the traps on the antenna were blown by somebody he loaned them to. The guy who owned the Mosley that was used on it was a 10, 15, 20. And we ended up not being able to use that antenna with all the work we put into that antenna that is up there. But it looked pretty impressive being up in the sky. But yeah, field day, have fun with field day. Each club does a little different. Some clubs use a lot of government resources. Dakar will be doing that. Some will be just want to see what they can throw up really quickly and be able to have a self-contained unit right there. They'll get set up in about 30 minutes to an hour. So,
all right,
just have fun.
I realized my mic was on the other headset, so he probably didn't hear anything I said before.
No, I heard you. I was switching back and forth between the YouTube and the other feed. Keep of it. But yeah, the Winter Field Day was the first one I participated in, and it was MCOM minded, and I enjoy that. I mean, that's what a lot of what I do. So I probably need to think about joining Aries and those kind of things. Like I said, I'm still new or newish to this, so figuring all of it out. Appreciate the response, guys. KF5.
Yeah, I think it gives you a lot of examples and hands-on experience with a variety of, setups.
D, where are you located?
D, where are you located? Michael's asking.
Oh, I'm northwest of Houston, Tomball area.
Okay.
Well, very cool.
Texas area, I can get you hooked up pretty quickly.
We'll probably do I'll do a post Ragchew maybe the week after or something. So have you guys on and get everyone's experiences and comments.
All right, I'm
okay.
Trying to answer this here. So J Good Games, I'm dropping a link to the Discord server as well right now. And Ryan, yeah, Frank, the human switchboard. There we go.
Yeah, the one that's it may be expired. The one I have on my thing.
It happens. Yeah.
Yeah. It's for a good reason.
Yeah, that's an old link.
Yeah. So Ryan may be wanting to come in and make some comments, but does anybody else have anything else? Any questions? Anybody that might be in chat that may not have any experience in field day and have any questions, or anyone with any other comments?
I know Ryan knows how to use Discord, so
I need a lesson. I have Discord on my phone, but I need some guidance.
Yeah, we can do a Discord day.
Are you in the Ragchew crew Discord?
I probably not.
Okay.
Let me look here.
I don't know what I'm doing, but I'm having fun doing it.
Yeah, no, he's not in here. Oh, it's
So
POTA answer. What was his
Cliff had a
What was his
POTA answer.
question?
Yeah, what was your
Oh,
question?
POTA.
Oh, he said his what was POTA?
A little background on POTA.
He wants to know what POTA is.
Okay, so
Yeah, lots of fun.
I know Frank does POTA. I've never done POTA, but I want to give you a little bit of the history of it. There was an organization called SOTA, not soda like the one you drink, but it was SOTA, which was Summits on the Air. And there are designated summits, and not all of them are really true mountains that you climb. Some of them are just some hills that you would climb. And you would bring your own gear up there. I think they had a rule that you cannot drive vehicles all the way up there. You had to walk a bit of it. Not necessarily, you're not necessarily mountain climbing and everything. And then you would activate it because you have, you're on a mountain, and you can just throw the wire out, not necessarily have the radios because of where you're at, and make as many contacts and activate that location. Now, IOTA came up. Say again?
The only rule with SOTA is you had to be a reasonable distance from your vehicle.
Right.
Because there are tons of drive up summits. I frequent quite a bit. I'm going to pull up here in just a second. And I don't activate CQ SOTA all the time on it, but I because you can only do it once a year. But I definitely drive up and then I move about 10 feet away and I activate because it says in the rules reasonable distance. It doesn't say what that distance has to be.
and then after SOTA has been so big, then came IOTA, which was Islands on the Air.
I thought IOTA came first.
Huh? I'm sorry.
I thought Islands was first and then SOTA.
You may be correct on that. I've heard it's just the order that I learned about them. I talked to several people, and they're on the beach at some island. They may row their boat out to some island or take a little boat, and and it may be a deserted island. I don't know, but they're sitting there on the beach making contacts with Mai Tais. So you can't beat that.
Well,
I can see the draw of that.
I'm hoping for Wes at Mr. Mudd's Radio from his stream last week that he invited me on. He was at that side of that lake, but there was some little islands out there, and he was talking about perhaps going out there and doing something just from one of those. It's not like a registered island, but just to do it for fun. But that would be actually pretty cool.
Yeah, and then National Park System had their 100th anniversary of the National Park System. And they started doing national parks in the air. POTA may have been there before that, but you can activate these parks, and it was a year-long contest. And I had friends like my friend Guy. He tried to activate as many parks as he could. He would drive from park to park to park, doing that. Well, from what I understand, POTA really got their boost from the national parks in the air. And that's parks on the air. You have a park designator number. And when you're doing this contesting, you do your exchange and you give the guy the park designator number. And there's a whole website and a whole set of rules and tracking. And I would say POTA has taken off more than SOTA or IOTA has.
So I'll bring that up next. But just a quick history here. IOTA was first established in 1964, while SOTA was established in 2002. So it's islands, summits, and parks. And Parks on the Air was based off of the National Parks Day back in 2016, I think it was. It's been so long now for me. So
I'll tell you, I was established in ham radio in 2011. I think Paul was 2012. So I may have got the dates mixed up on that. But I heard about SOTA so much, and then I started hearing about IOTA after.
You guys are such baby hams.
We're baby hams. We're both experts.
Well, so here's what's cool about POTA, and that's again, I've only activated. Well, I only activated one. I tried activating another one and didn't get my contacts, so it was no good. But what's cool about POTA, and just like field day, right? For those who may not know, you make a QSO, which is a contact with somebody, and you're going to get information from them. So it's a similar thing with POTA, and you're just exchanging information. And there's little awards and stuff here. I think I've only gotten just over 100 different units, and they give you these little certificates.
You know, it's all behind your head, right?
What's that? Oh yeah, I forgot to switch. Hold on. And so it gives you these little certificates. So here's a fun little certificate. Tells me I got 100, parks. I'm a real beginner at this. Okay, all the states and all these things. So it's just a fun thing to track. And if you ever get out to a park, you can activate it like all these call signs here, and they're at different parks, and just make contacts. And it's just another way to test your equipment. If you get out like you would on a field day, you can get out all year round, activate a park and test your field day equipment. Test your mobile, test your portable. There's a few people that do things. They have live streams where they just literally are activated out of their car. Greg did it last week, I think.
He wasn't at a park.
He wasn't at a park. He was just in his car. Oh, he was just testing his ATAS. That's right.
He was at a city park. He wasn't at a POTA park.
Yeah, not a POTA park.
They don't
So
like the POTA deal.
So real quick, while I have it up here, this is the SOTA page to show summits. Green is super easy. So Mount Vaca, the one that I have highlighted right now, this is the drive-up summit that I do. It's worth 2 points, and it's lots of fun. If you come over here towards Lake Tahoe and Carson City, you see the dots start to turn red. Well, red is the hardest summits possible. And if you really want to test your field day stuff, bring your... No, not that one. This one.
8,700 feet. Nice.
So East Twin Peaks, Whiskey 6 NS 128 is a summit. It is also within Tahoe National Forest, which is a POTA park. So it's up there by Carson City, Paul.
Right here?
No. Yeah, up by Reno and Lake Tahoe. So go to the California-Nevada border. Yeah. So East
Lake
Twin
Tahoe right here. Okay.
Yeah, it's just west of the center of the lake. So East Twin Peaks is a SOTA summit, but it's also in a POTA park. If you take your field day to there, now granted you have to be within 25 vertical meters of the summit, you could have your field day while operating SOTA and POTA. Lots and lots of fun. So as you see there on Paul's screen, it is...
Was it Sugar Pine?
No, it should be Tahoe National Forest.
Ward Creek, Bliss State, Emerald Bay, Tahoe State Recreation Area.
It might also be that.
Yeah, you got a lot of them all just around the lake. Must be nice.
Oh, you're looking just around the lake. So I think it's the...
Yeah.
No, so this whole area around Donner Pass, Truckee, Lake Tahoe, that is all Tahoe National Forest. So I think the dot is somewhere like in the center. Yeah, here we go. US 4469.
Oh, there you go.
So, it's not right there at the lake, but it encompasses this whole area here. You were talking about awards. Let me just pull up my profile real quick. I'm not a serious hunter or anything. I have... So they start with the very basic, which is a sapphire hunter, and you just work your way up from there. I have a bunch of activations, and as you can see, most of them are phone because that's what I do, and I have a bunch of hunter QSOs. But if I dig down into these details a little more, my latest award was issued back on the 8th. I worked 600 different contacts as a hunter, and that's the Texas Wild Rice.
Good grief.
I have worked Simon, who you were just talking about, a total of 60 times as of May 30th, and I got the Bear Cave Hunter Award. But if you come down here, you can see I've activated 16 parks. I've hunted 620 parks. I've activated late shift 32 different times. I'm missing 3 states for my worked all states in POTA, because yes, that is a thing. I've activated Arizona and California, and I'm close to my kilo at both Lake Sonoma, which is literally the park that is, well, it's not, this park isn't threatened by the wildfire right now, but it's at the wildfire we discussed at the beginning of the live stream by the house is at the south end of this lake. So absolutely fantastic. I have almost a kilo there. And if I come down here, I've worked Simon 67 times now. So
Yeah.
7 more times than what it says. And there are different things where you can get different
Right.
different hunting awards, like hunting. If I hunt Simon at 10 different bands at these 2 parks, I'll get my Hunter N1CC award. So I need him to work me on 30 and 80 and 6 meter, but I don't know how we would do anything above that. So 30, 80, and maybe 160. And that would get me the hunted at 10 parks. And I've worked Simon a total 145 times at this
Good
point.
grief. Yeah, you have to wonder if radios are illegal in Vermont.
Yeah, Ryan, that's absolutely true. But okay, let me share. We're going to pull this back up again, and we're going to go to the map.
Yeah, there's the DFW area. They're all on the outside of the DFW, except for one in Plano, I guess. But that's still 30-something minutes away from me. I wish I had some closer.
So if we come up here to Vermont, New Hampshire, New York, and wait for everything to load. Come on. Okay, you're going to make me do it this way, aren't you, POTA? Sometimes you have to manually tell it where you want to go. Oh, no data. I can't select the state. Well, I can assure you, Ryan, there are parks in Vermont. It's just, yeah, no one seems to want to activate there too much.
There's the Vermont Hill State Forest. No activations.
Oh, see, you were able to pull up Vermont. I don't know why it's not
No,
wanting to
that's
come to
us.
me.
That's Australia.
Oh, okay. Oh, here we go. Now it loads. So here we go. Let's see our share and map. Yeah, there we go. So there's a bunch of.
Yeah.
Here, I'll drill down even more. We'll pick one outside of Bristol, Mount Philo State Park. Let's click on the more info there. I mean, Ryan, we can't say that people haven't done an activation there. There's someone has 802 activator QSOs at this one park in Vermont. So it's doable. It's just, people don't go out there that often, especially considering it's, below freezing 9 out of 10 times during the winter. And that's another thing that field day helps you prep for, is there's field day and then winter field day, but field day helps you prep for being out in the extreme conditions. Because it's not always sunny and it's not always sunny in Philadelphia on field day. Sometimes it's 115 and raining.
Yeah.
Yes,
and finding those, a lot of people bring their portable, type setup. So it's a good place to see, well, how do I set this up? How do I make it like a go box? How do I make it easy to carry and deploy and all that stuff? So
absolutely,
it's you definitely use it. If you're newer in the ham radio community, get out there and start taking a look. So hopefully you'll find D will get out there and have some fun, and we'll get a report in 2 weeks. We'll do a field day report on Ragchew. And again, guys, if anyone wants to join the Ragchew, it's a simple link to run in and join us in the StreamYard if you want to get on video. If not, Frank's got it set up for Discord as well.
Yeah, just come in Discord.
Yeah, and good games. I've got to have AC. I can't do field day in Texas. It's miserable for me. And it's not even August.
That's our first thing is get a communications trailer or a communications bus with AC going. So,
and you see that links back to my whole, I do the car camping or nothing. I don't like the RV stuff, and yes, I will sit out there out the backside of the tailgate of the car or the truck or, whatever vehicle I take with me that day. I'll sit there and I'll call CQ Field Day from the backside of the car. Granted, I'll have a small little USB fan blowing on me, but hey, it works.
Yeah, at least a fan, at the very least.
And I keep myself well shaded and well hydrated.
Oh, cool. Yeah, there's a guy here, Andrew, that does balloons, and I keep meaning to go to one of his balloon launches. It looks pretty fun. I talked to him over the weekend. I got to find his next launch and check it out. Maybe do a video. It's always cool to see the track of where the balloon goes. It's incredible.
Andrew's diversified himself so much.
He does everything.
Andrew's that he is a member of multiple clubs and is doing every single club. He's
kind of the backbone of a lot of everything running the way it runs for Denton County, at least, and even for his club and in Richardson, UTD, I think as well.
If we look at, speaking of those, we're talking about the high altitude balloons and not Shane's balloons, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Right now, these are all the balloons.
Oh my gosh, that's cool.
Or nearby the United States. Now, granted, they'll let's see here. This one is down off the Baja Peninsula. Let's see here.
Yeah.
It is.
You know what I think I'm going to do?
Huh.
This is a good Ragchew night. I'm going to see when Andrew's available and try to get him on a Ragchew one of these Sunday nights. That'd be cool.
So this is absolutely a fantastic way to track these balloons, and I'll drop it in the chat as well.
Okay. What's cool?
Well,
you can also
before we
up in those balloons, and imagine a repeat 60,000 feet.
Oh yeah.
HT and
be like satellite work.
Yeah, I was in an HT in the colony talking to people down in Austin, Texas, from a weather balloon being 60, 70, 80,000 feet in the air.
I have a girl on there too. I don't want the women to feel left out, especially after Frank's live stream. My head was just covering the female. There, I've got both. See.
So, Chris, are you talking about over on the POTA site? Because that's a whole nother live stream for a whole nother day. Absolutely.
I think we'll do a POTA. We'll do a POTA Ragchew maybe 2-3 weeks after field day. Maybe. I'd like to get more into it. We'll get Mr. Muds on here and anyone else that is into POTA or has questions about POTA. We'll get you all in here. I don't know. So was he joking or was that a legit comment? Is it difficult to get your profile photo in there?
It takes some. You have to jump through a couple different hoops to get it in there. So semi-serious, semi-joking.
Well, yeah. Let's do that a couple of weeks after Cliff. We answered it. No
Cliff,
more.
Go back and rewatch it.
Cliff is bullying us on the Ragchew crew. Nah,
he's just having fun. He's a good guy.
Yeah. So let's plan that in a few weeks. Let's plan a POTA, Ragchew. And for those of you who don't know my channel, what I do is the first Sunday of every month, the Ragchew is preparedness centered. We talk about things to do with preparedness, and the other three are usually something to do with radio. So anytime you guys want to get on, this Ragchew crew thing is open. It's to get people to have another night to talk and discuss radio and preparedness and build our community. So let's go to Michael. Just posted a video today on DFW Ham Expo. Michael, do you have anything coming out this week? Any other scheduled plans?
Say that one more time. You did excellent max headroom impression.
Oh, is it messing up? Am I not coming in?
Not on my end.
was,
It
but
must be
you're
on
back.
Michael's end. Must be all
Okay,
on
Michael,
Michael's end.
do you have anything planned this week? Any video coming out? What you're going to do?
I'm not doing some filming of some field day sites. I haven't really put too much thought into it. Now, the DW Ham Fest, I did do a video on that, and my video actually kind of shows a little bit of the dead mall that we were in as well. So the remnants of what's going on there. But yeah,
All right, and then
field day video.
so he'll do field day, and then I want to make sure that you guys know to go back to see Frank's video, or if you've got girlfriends, wives, someone who of the female persuasion, who you might want to sit down and say, hey, look, there are women in ham radio. For those of you who may have wives or someone that thinks it's only for men for some reason, get them on Frank's. Was it Friday, Frank?
It was. Let me.
Yeah.
Let's
Go to
see.
Frank's channel. And Friday live stream. It's got a picture of, I think, what, 5 ladies or 6 ladies? On the, 7.
So
Go back and check that out.
I'll
And maybe
bring it
watch
up
it
right
with
here.
your
It's this one, the most recent live stream.
watch it with your significant other. Let them know that maybe it'll be something that'll encourage them to get into it. I'd like to get my wife.
There
I
are
got the
a
book.
lot more women getting into amateur radio.
Look,
Oh,
I'm going to grab it. I gave my wife the book, and here it is under our computer. Her computer's over here. Here it is. Gave it to her 2 days ago. Let's see.
It's washing out.
Yeah,
It's washing out. She's got it folded over on the table of contents. So
Hey,
at least
that's
it's
a start.
open.
That's a
It's
start.
open.
That's a start.
Just tell her she just has to memorize for the test, and because studying for your ham radio license is not learning ham radio.
Yeah. Well, we'll deal with that more later, but
that is not how you learn ham radios, by learning the different license levels. I'm an extra class, and I don't know what I'm doing, but I learn by doing.
But you're having fun doing it.
I'm having fun doing it.
But
and
Ryan,
I have several mentors that constantly teach me.
Maybe Ryan has the secret here. He's been attracting the ladies on the net. That's good. So he can.
Ryan,
we can get Ryan in here and find out how he's doing it.
Ryan, do me a favor. Since you're doing that, promote my live stream if you can on that net.
Yeah.
Let all the ladies know that it's up there and has some very interesting opinions about. It's literally the title is literally Ham Radio, a Woman's Take.
Yep.
So
a few different perspectives and experiences, and maybe that'll be the thing that says, oh, okay, they're doing it, then why not me?
And
so
it was from
on my
people
video,
of all ages.
Yeah.
On my video, you're going to see Victoria. On my video that I published today, you're going to see Victoria. Victoria was an Aries member. And we had a Texas Motor Speedway vaccination clinic. I'm just telling you a little bit of her story.
Well, let's not go too long here. We can save that for another night of females in radio or something along the lines of what.
But she was so good at radio, she's now working for Office of Mercy Management. And
there you go.
Aries that she got picked up. So there's a lot of women out there that it was a man's hobby for such a long time, but there's so many women coming into it.
The barriers are broken.
Yes, absolutely.
Don't let the thought of stereotypes stop you.
They've been broken for a while, and they'll continue to be broken.
Yeah, Frank, I know you got a couple things planned. Let everyone know what you got coming up this week.
Oh yeah, so you missed out on all the fun last night with what I was talking about, unless you watched.
Yeah, I did. I had to go to bed. I haven't watched it yet.
Okay, so this week I have a short coming out on Tuesday night with the Tuesday night guys, leading up to Ham Radio Clubhouse at 7 Central. That video is premiering at, I have the time right here, if I can scroll far enough, quick enough. So this video is a short of 5 videos taken from that live stream, and I put it together into a short. It is going live as a premiere at 1847 Central Time. And then I have my usual Thursday night live streams at 10 Central, which is the Northern California Swap Net. That's every Thursday. And if you miss it, just go back and team replay it. And then this Friday, I have 2 live streams nearly back to back. The first one I'm not going to say much about, but it's going to be another fun adventure learning the how and why of a certain ham program. And if you have Linux, aka Raspberry Pi, you'll definitely know what I'm talking about. I'll leave it at that. And then right after that, so about 7:15 Central, I think it is. Just go to my channel and see, hit that bell so you know when it comes up. Wes, Mr. Mudd's Radio Time, VA5MUD, and myself are getting together, and well, I'm teaching him how to better enhance his FT8 abilities, and
Nice.
everyone else too, using both WSJTX if that's the program you prefer, or JTDX if that's the program you prefer. For me, it's JTDX, but I have both, so I can show you both and how to enhance that and use it in conjunction with Grid Tracker with a nearly perfect setup similar to what Josh over at Ham Radio Crash Course, myself, and many others have.
Yeah, we got to get Michael on something like that too. That's a good one. Okay, so we've got some
On the cold.
we got some exciting stuff this week, and next weekend is probably the biggest event, I guess, for Ham Radio. So guys,
And
plan on coming back with stories and suggestions and tall tales.
And if no one heard it last night, this Wednesday, and I'm probably gonna make Paul and Michael feel really bad here, so I apologize in
Uh-oh.
advance.
Oh no.
This Wednesday, June 19th, aka Juneteenth.
He's 30.
Almost. I turned 36.
Okay. Yeah, it's going to be Frank's birthday this Wednesday.
You're a youngin.
Mm-hmm.
Yes,
Yeah.
he is.
Paul's the old one here.
I'm the old one, and you can tell. I got to start enhancing the smooth my face filter or whatever those stupid things are called.
Not only that, I've been a ham since 2002 when I was 12 years old.
Oh, good grief.
So,
All right. Before we start counting age spots on skin, want to thank everyone for joining us tonight, guys. It was a good conversation. I hope you have fun this week in Field Day. Remember, bring stuff in the upcoming Ragchew. Some of you, we'll do a follow-up and see what everyone did, how much fun we all had. So any last words before we close?
everybody have a safe week. Enjoy Field Day and get out there and have fun with it. And volunteer to do something. Don't just sit there and play radio. Volunteer to do something, whether it's setting up the antenna, tearing down the antenna, setting up a camp.
There you go.
Doing food, doing whatever. Volunteer and do something.
And don't be afraid of a water Nazi.
And thanks again, Michael and Frank, for joining me and rag chewing tonight. I'm going to try something tonight before we just end stream, Frank. So let me try something. But let's say goodbye, everybody. Thanks again, 73s, and have a safe and good Field Day.
Good night, y'all.